1110 KBND. Depend on us.
1110 KBND radio news time is 5:05. And a very good evening. I'm Dave Adams. Let's go to the news center and check in now with Kelly Blyer.
Good evening. Our top story, Oregon Representative Greg Walden has just been appointed to a new GOP post. Walden will be the new chairman of the GOP caucus. The Oregon Republican told Lars Larson on his show on KBND that he's excited about the challenge.
What I'll be doing is working on some very specific initiatives, starting with how would we redo the rules here so that you have real-life transparency, Lars. What a concept that you'd be able to read a bill before it's voted on. So would I, so would others. How would we change this House?
As Republican leadership chairman, Walden will participate in regular GOP leader strategy meetings. Deschutes County Sheriff is reporting the man charged with robbing the Sterling Savings Bank last week tried to kill himself yesterday. Officers discovered Donovan Haskins had tried to hurt himself and immediately administered first aid. He was then transported to St. Charles Ben's ICU with life-threatening injuries.
We deal with situations like this fairly frequently. You know, the people we deal with, not only in law enforcement for the most part, but also in our correctional facilities, are at the very lowest point in their life. They have low self-esteem. Oftentimes they're remorseful for what it is they're accused of doing. Sometimes they're drug and alcohol dependent.
Haskin remains in the ICU unit at St. Charles. A Redmond man has been arrested and faces several charges after his vehicle struck and killed a dog and hit numerous vehicles last night at 10:45. Police say the driver of the vehicle fled the scene near 8th Street and Spruce Place in Redmond. Police were assisted by witnesses and eventually located Michael Patrick Flanagan. He was arrested for driving under the influence. Flanagan faces charges of reckless driving, endangering, criminal mischief, and attempted assault. A missing trucker whose rig was stuck in the snow in Crook County for 2 days is found cold and hungry, but all right. Driver 45-year-old Ephraim Alvarez of Corsicana, Texas, apparently took a wrong turn somewhere between Prineville and Ontario, Oregon. He drove into the Ochco Mountains 14 miles and had to turn around after the snow became too deep. He was able to reach a towing company in Prineville by cell phone to ask for help, but wasn't exactly sure where he was. The Crook County Sheriff's Department was able to ping his cell phone and discover where he was stranded. This morning, search and rescue crews found him in his trailer, keeping warm by running his truck periodically. Concerns about nitrates in the groundwater of South Deschutes County will be the topic of a 6 p.m. meeting tonight in La Pine. USGS scientists have expressed concerns that septic tanks needed to be upgraded to prevent contamination of the groundwater. Local residents are not convinced.
That's a key component here. We're going to have folks from both residents from both Klamath and Deschutes County be at the table and be represented at the table.
Mike Kaczynski of the Oregon DEQ says residents, government, and scientists will be represented in a steering committee to examine the concerns about contamination and what should be done. Deschutes County had passed a local rule to mandate septic system upgrades over a period of time, but that local rule was overturned by Deschutes County voters. The Family Access Network just got some money at a time they could really use it. Julie Lickey of FAN says the Cow Creek Umpqua Indian Foundation just gave them a $10,000 grant.
This is actually the third year they have supported us, and we just really appreciate their generosity. And we're specifically going to use that money to help support our local kids in need, connecting them to basic needs like food, shelter, clothing, those kinds of things.
Each year, the Cow Creek Umpqua Indian Foundation makes grants eligible to nonprofit organizations in 7 Oregon counties. A Bend inventor will be going in front of investors tomorrow night on the ABC reality show Shark Tank. Mark Berginger invented a geometric toy called Qubits, and he'll try to get the multimillionaire tycoons on the show to invest in his product.
At this point, since I'm still new, it would be better to get myself on television and in front of these sharks and get all that publicity and then go knock on their door.
The show with Ben's Mark Berginger can be seen Friday night on ABC starting at 9 p.m. For more details on these stories, you can go to yournews.com. I'm Kelly Blyer, 1110 KBND Radio News.
Thank you, Kelly. 1110 KBND Radio News time is 5:10. Leading Edge Aviation Skyview traffic update. Reconstruction work in Redmond. Major work on 5th Street. Watch out for workers. And it is winter here in Central Oregon. Cloudy, rain and snow showers continuing tonight. Lows 34 degrees. The rain and snow showers off and on. Expect that to continue all the way through Saturday. Partly sunny skies on Sunday, though. Expected high temperature tomorrow near 50. Saturday's high near 40 and the mid-40s by Sunday. Right now in Bend, 41 degrees. Redmond, 45. Depend on us. 1110 KBND Radio News. So Mike Berginger is going to be swimming with the Sharks.
He is. They're a tough group, but, it gives you a lot of publicity, and even if they don't take the bait, it still gives you exposure on national television for your idea. So, it's probably a win-win, but we'll find out tomorrow night if they invest in this product.
Could be interesting. We might see the making of another local millionaire here. Who knows?
Wouldn't that be great? I guess he's an architect by trade here, but this is something that he came up with when he was a teenager, an idea, and he just thought, I'm going to go with it here.
Okay. Well, we'll let you know what happens.
Absolutely.
Depend on us. 1110 KBND Radio News.